Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is back-to-back YouTube videos. Now, this one is going to be a Star Wars video. We're going to start off 2001 with a bang. Yes, these are two videos. They're going to be on two channels, so it doesn't matter which channel I put it on. It's the same video. Yes, these videos are for women and for men. They're for both groups. You know how it goes on YouTube. I make videos for both, not just for men. I make videos for women and for men. So no fighting in the analytics, no fighting in the comment sections. Please respect each other's comments. Men respect women's comments. Women respect men's comments. I make videos for both. It doesn't matter what it is. I make videos about television and film, filmmaking, comic books, video games, anime, sports, music, poetry, art, sex and dating, self-improvement. You name the subject, we make it into a YouTube video. Whatever you want, it's going to get made into a video. It may be 2 days, it may be 4 days, it may be 2 months, it may be 4 months. Somehow, some way, I will make the videos that women and men want me to make. I promised you new content, and that's actually what you're getting. I'm a man of my word. I will give you fresh, new content. New content for women, new content for men, new content for both. Alright, this is gender neutral, so I don't want no man coming to the channel punking and bullying women. I don't want no women coming to the channel punking and bullying men. It's gender neutral. If I make a video for women, men can watch the video. If I make a video for men, women can watch the video. So don't be going, Alexander Oden, you made a video for women, what about us men? I make the videos for both, understand? No fighting on my YouTube channel. No profanity language on my YouTube channel. Respect one another. Respect each other. Make good, nice, positive comments. Any comments that's rude and disrespectful to women, I will delete them. Any comments rude and disrespectful to men, I will delete them. It's 2021. It's a brand new year. We're going to start the things off with a fresh, new perspective. If y'all have ideas and suggestions, you can either comment me in the comment section and tell me if you like the videos, if you don't like the videos, if they're too long, they're too short, if you think the title is too inappropriate or it don't make no sense. Just open your mouth, just come in the comment section and say, hey, Alexander, I don't like the video, change the title of the video, or I think this don't make no sense. Just communicate with me. The more you communicate with me, the better I get at giving you better content. I'm going to try to get a brand new camera. I'm going to try to create a new production team, and I'm going to try to interview some people, try something new, something different. We're going to make 2021 different than last year. And we're going to start today. I'm a man of my word. Today's YouTube video is called Sex Game, the best Star Wars badass villains for women and for men. Now, I promised y'all last year that I was going to talk about the Siths and the Star Wars allure for those that love Star Wars. You got some women that like Star Wars. You got some men that like Star Wars. So if you like Star Wars, this is the video for you. Even if you don't like Star Wars and you don't watch videos about Star Wars, you are still welcome to watch this video. This video is open to all races, all genders, women and men. This video is gender neutral. All is welcome to this channel in this video. Alright, coming in at number 8 is Dark Bane. Now, Dark Bane is one of these classic supervillains that is from the Star Wars continuity. He's from the expanded universe. He is the villain who created the Rule of Two. For years in the Star Wars fandom, for the past 15, 20 years, it was argued who created the Rule of Two. Was it the Emperor? Was it Darth Plagueis? Was it Darth Maul? Was it Darth Vader? Who created the Rule of Two? And after 25 years of going back and forth, they created a comic book called Star Wars Dark Bane. Now, Dark Bane is like 30 or 40 years before the original events of the original Star Wars trilogy and prequel, and he created the Rule of Two. A Jedi and a Sith, a Jedi master, a Sith master can only have one apprentice. That's where the quote that Yoda came up with in the movies. Only two, no less, no more. A master and an apprentice. Now, Dark Bane was one of these characters that got his start at the Sith Academy. You know, he was very strong, very powerful. He had strength, speed, power, and he eventually rise to power as he would overthrow all the other Siths, and his reign would last for 30 years. Ultimately, his Sith apprentice would take him out of power 3 times, and then, of course, you know, he would show up in Star Wars, the Clone Wars cartoon as a ghost, where Yoda just ignored him. And basically, he was even shown in comic books, video games, action figures, and a lot of people believe that if they made a Star Wars Disney Plus television series of Dark Bane, you would get the whole story of how the Rule of Two was created. And in fact, they already have an idea set up where they could do that. I don't care if it's a Dark Bane movie, a television show. You can call it Dark Bane, the Rule of Two, and I will actually watch it. I think he's one of the most interesting villains in the world of Star Wars. Now, I do think he's underrated because a lot of people don't know his backstory. They know of him from video games, comic books, but it'd be nice if they made a movie, a television show. Even a Dark Bane animated movie would be okay. So he's on this list because he created the Rule of Two. Coming in at number 7 is Assajj of Ventress. Now, she's one of the female supervillains in the world of Star Wars. Now, one of the biggest disappointments is her character never got to be in none of the Star Wars films. Like, for someone to become a female Sith assassin, like if there's Darth Maul, there's Assajj of Ventress. Now, she was very strong and powerful. We know her story, most of us do. She was supposed to be trained as a Jedi, but her Jedi Master was taken out, and then she was abandoned by the Jedi Council, and then she decided she wanted to fall to the dark side, and then she ended up becoming one of those characters that was just beloved by males and females. Men find her very physically, sexually attractive. Now, she has books, graphic novels, posters, backpacks, trading cards. She's been in all 6 seasons of the cartoon Star Wars Clone Wars. And I know a lot of fans got mad when they killed her character off like 4 years ago and they changed up her story. It would have been interesting to see Assajj of Ventress' character as a female bounty hunter. And you see they got the Mandalorian, right? So somewhere around season 3 or season 4, that would be the right opportunity to say, hey, Assajj of Ventress actually survived the Jedi Purge. She does come from the original and prequel Star Wars continuity, and she exists in The Mandalorian. I mean, if you already got female bounty hunters, right, called the Mandalorians, why not make a story where Assajj of Ventress survived the Jedi Purge, still knows the existence of Jedis and Sith. She's not a Jedi or Sith, but she trains like one. And she could help the Mandalorians understand the history of the Jedis and the Siths. Like, if you can bring back original characters from the original Star Wars trilogy and the prequels, why not bring in Assajj of Ventress as a new character that still connects to the original and possibly sequel trilogy? I mean, she's a badass character. Men like her, women like her. Everyone liked this character. Or if you're not going to do that, another idea would be to throw her in the Luke Skywalker television series, and you could play around with that continuity where she discovers the new Jedi Council and she gets trained by Luke Skywalker. You could play around with that character. You could easily throw her in with Ahsoka Katana and make it where he trains both females in the ways of the Jedi. Just ideas. You could make a Disney Plus Assajj of Ventress television show or movie. I'll watch it. Coming in at number 6 is General Grievous. Now, General Grievous is one of those Star Wars villains that was made for the prequel trilogy. I mean, it was nice to see him in Star Wars Episode 2, The Attack of the Clones, Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and I did enjoy him as a villain. You know, he had, 4 hands, he had like 4 lifesavers, and he was very hard to beat. And the fact that with his speed, strength, and stamina, despite he was half alien, half cybernetic, he was able to hold his own in a battle with Mace Windu on 4 different occasions. You know, he fought Mace Windu, he fought Yoda, Obi-Wan Kenobi. He fought some of the strongest characters of the Jedi lore. And then, of course, he was defeated by Obi-Wan Kenobi in Revenge of the Sith. A nice way to end the story of General Grievous. And to be trained by Count Dooku. And you see, that's a character that you could bring back. Like, you could make it where someone put him back together, reconstructed him, and somehow he comes back as a villain. Like, think about it. If you put him in the Obi-Wan Kenobi television series, you could have that whole Obi-Wan Kenobi television series of 10 episodes. Each episode, Obi-Wan Kenobi is fighting someone from his past. Like, Darth Maul would be one person. General Grievous would be another villain that Obi-Wan Kenobi could contend with. Coming in at number 5 is Dark Raven. I feel like there is a missed opportunity with this Star Wars character. Yes, he's got comic books, graphic novels, posters, backpacks, trading cards, action figures. I know a lot of people wanted to see him in a Star Wars movie, and it can still happen. Now, to me, I think Keanu Reeves would be the perfect character, the perfect actor to play this character. Now, they already confirmed he's going to be doing a Star Wars movie, but it's not confirmed yet should he be playing one of these characters. And I think Dark Raven would be perfect for Keanu Reeves. Because if you look at Dark Raven, he looks like he's older anyway. If I'm talking about from the comic book concept art, he looks like he's in his late 20s, mid to late, early to late 30s, maybe even be in his 40s. And to me, if you do Star Wars Knights of Republic Part 1 and Part 2 into a movie or a television show, Keanu Reeves be perfect to play Dark Raven. It's like you could say before there was Anakin Skywalker, before there was Darth Vader, there was Dark Raven. Coming in at number 4 is Darth Maul. Now, my dad liked him some Darth Maul. You know, ever since we saw his badass introduction in Star Wars Episode 1 Phantom Menace, if there was anything great and badass about that first Star Wars film, Phantom Menace, it was the introduction and arrival of Darth Maul, played by martial arts choreographer, stunt devil Ray Parks. If you've seen him play as Toad in X-Men, and he was in those 2 G.I. Joe films. Basically, Darth Maul is one of these badass characters that will go down in history as one of the most badass Sith assassins. It would have been nice if he could have been in all 3 Star Wars films. I think that he was the best villain of that trilogy. I mean, the second villain was good, but he wasn't as good as the first villain. And of course, we all know Star Wars Episode 3, the villain was, of course, Anakin Skywalker to make his transformation into Darth Vader. So I would probably say, if you go by the original trilogy, the best villain was Darth Vader. But if you go by the basis of the prequels, you would probably say for that one first movie, Darth Maul was the badass that you would be like, oh snap, let me go get Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Alright, coming in at number 3 is Count Dooku. Now, Count Dooku was an okay villain in Star Wars Episode 2, The Attack of the Clones. It wasn't until the cartoon series that they made him into a better villain, because he had his own female Sith apprentice, which was Assajj Ventress, and I felt that would have made the sequel movie even better like the cartoon. Like, the cartoon is what the second movie should have actually been. You know, that would have been the time to bring in Assajj Ventress, because Assajj Ventress is like a female version of Darth Maul. Now, it would have been nice, and now he got to be in 2 movies, played by Christopher Lee, the legendary great Christopher Lee. He got to converse back and forth with Yoda, which showed, besides the Emperor, there was someone that could contend with Yoda. Coming in at number 2 is Darth Vader. Now, Darth Vader is by far the most strongest, most powerful, badass villain in all of Star Wars lore. Superhuman strength, speed, stamina, durability, well-versed in the art. The only character to be Jedi and Sith, to be the prodigy chosen one, and ultimately was the one that brought the balance back to the Force. But with the new announcement of them creating a Darth Vader movie or television show, it gives us a chance to see Darth Vader wear different armors. We get a chance to see Darth Vader hunt the other Jedis that escaped the Jedi Purge. And it would be nice for them to actually give us that fantasy match that we've been asking for the last 16, 17 years in all of the lore of Star Wars history. Darth Vader versus Darth Maul. You know, they did it in the comic book, but that was a clone of Darth Maul. And you could play around with that mythology. He has his own castle. And it would be nice if they could take flashbacks from the prequel movies and have flashbacks of Star Wars Episode 1, 2, and 3 to connect those movies to the original trilogy. And the times that Darth Vader's by himself, he has other powers and other abilities that were never showcased in the movie. Like, in the comic books, Darth Vader has a force field. Instead of using force lightning, he could use kinetic blast. He has magic. You know, he can turn little animals into giant monsters. And the fact that he had different armors, his own castle, you could show that in a Darth Vader movie or television show. And like I said before, you could show him have his own secret apprentice, like the Star Wars video game called Star Wars The Force Unleashed 1 and 2. That would be a chance to show Darth Vader having not just one, but like 5 or 6 different Sith apprentices, and him going to different planets and getting Sith holocrons, and him trying to get revenge on the Emperor for lying to him about the secrets of immortality and his obsession of Padme. That would be the chance to show Darth Vader in his prime. One of the best highlights of Star Wars Road One, a Star Wars story, is that they didn't just give us Darth Vader. They gave us what we was asking for almost 2.5 decades, Darth Vader in his prime. He was so badass that for the first time we saw a Darth Vader that was hauling ass and just moving people out of the way. It was like, finally, Darth Vader in his prime. Now, coming in at number 1, the number 1 villain, Senator Palpatine, aka Darth Sidious. Now, why is he considered the number 1 badass villain in the Star Wars lore? Because he's cold, he's calculating, he's unpredictable. You know, he can play 2 sides of the same coin. He can come off as being very diplomatic, very understanding, very negotiable, and then at the same time very cold, evil, and sinister, and you would never suspect someone of his stature is like that. And the fact that he wasn't even trained as a Jedi made him even more of a threat to the Jedi Council. The fact that he took out 3 Jedi Masters in front of Mace Windu in under 30 seconds is an impressive accomplishment, because Mace Windu might have beaten him in strength, speed, and power, but when he hit him with Force Lightning, he was no match. And the fact that he was able to even intimidate Vader at times, like, for someone to intimidate Vader, and we never see Darth Vader get intimidated that much, makes you wonder, man, this guy's worse than Vader. Like, if Vader is nice, the Emperor's not nice. And you see, yeah, I like him in the original trilogy as well as the prequels. Now, I know people are going to say they made him look terrible in Star Wars Episode 9, but the one thing they can do with his character is they could bring him in the Darth Vader movie or television show to showcase where did he goes in the galaxy. Like, in the movies, you notice he shows up as a hologram, and it's not until Return of the Jedi that we actually get to see him there physically, which begs the question, what other planets in the galaxy do he be going to? Like, they could make a TV show called The First Order, because when you watch Star Wars Episode 7 Force Awakens, it gives you the feeling he had to create a second empire in case of the first one was defeated. Like, he had to know that he was going to get overthrown by Darth Vader, and he knew that Luke Skywalker was going to become the Jedi that was going to become a threat to the Galactic Empire. He had to kind of already know that. So to me, you could make another show that's separate from Vader and call it The First Order. That would be a chance to introduce Granthon Thon Tonkin, another villain. which I didn't put on this list because he's so badass, he has to get his own video. So these are my 8 picks of the badass villains in Star Wars. So I'm pretty sure you men and women who love Star Wars will be impressed by this video. It doesn't matter if I put it on my premiere channel or on my other channel. Any channel I put it on, you're going to watch it. So these are my back-to-back videos. Until next time, peace.